Good evening, traders. I'm Nannakshi Swami, welcoming back to my channel, Smart Index Edge, your favorite destination for decoding the market with logic, timing, and precision. I'm continuously bringing out. I'm not bothered about what happens in the market. I don't live in the future, neither live in the future nor in the past. At that moment, what my 5 minute is telling me is very, very important because my business is intraday trading. I need to execute my trade with precision and timing. If I do that, I can extract money from the market. Why should I bother about? Everybody were under panic that market was gapping down. I didn't get panic. Just I knew what are the levels. I made an idea and everything. But I saw what the market was presenting at that moment. You can see in the first 5 minutes, market gap down to 21,732. And then first 5 minutes, you can see the wide range of first 5 minutes was 369 points. It was 369 points in the market. So everybody will get panic. How to? 369 points is that very huge, very huge. You won't get that type of range in the market in intraday. That is an opportunity for you. So first 5 minutes, as in routine, what I do is I mark the high and low of the first 5 minute candle and divide it into half. When I divide it into half and when I put the circle from this, I'm seeing this is 180 degree, 180 degree. I'm drawing the line over here. Yeah. So the whole range was within 945. The range was around, it went up to, let me put it higher. It went up to 22,190. So when it broke above the first 5 minute range, it was a trend structure. You could have waited for the market to pull down and you could have traded. That's it. Why you have to bother? You are getting 300 more than 400 points of range, which is unusual. It is an opportunity for an intraday trader. You could have made money, lot of money actually. See, what I observed in the market is whatever the thing. See, I follow the time cycle, Gann time cycle. Our market runs from 9:15 to 3:30. That is 6 hours, 15 minutes. That's it. Within that 6 hours, only 1 hour and the last 1.5 hours will be very, very active. So I started observing. I followed the Gann principle. See, Gann principle says the market structure. It says the market structure. If the price moves, makes an higher high, that is the structure, market structure. That's what it says. And for the market structure to build, the market price has to move through space. It has to move through time in a positive territory. That's what I have explained you. I put a circle around first 5 minute candle, divide it into half, and it becomes my circle. If I divide into two portions, I'll get, if I draw, let me draw one line over here, just a simple thing I'm showing you, not any calculation, nothing. If I do this, 1 minute, I'm not able to pick up this. See, if I do this, this is 26.1 percentage, and this is 66.1, 66.6. And if I divide the same upper half into two portions, this is 26.1, and this is 66.1. So you know all the levels. See, if I start marking with the price label, you can see the price labels over here. I'm going to mark with this. Let me take the price note so that you will come to know. See, it is 21,793, 21,793. 854, 21,000, 22,003, and this is 22,074. So these are my very important levels in the circle. The market showed an expansion. I am not bothered about the gap down or anything. At present day, what is the price action? What should be my trade? My bias was fixed actually. It was towards the buy side. And during the time cycle, what happens? The first 5-minute candle, you can see you will get a trend. And from the first 5-minute bottom to, if you would have caught this around 21,877, market rallied up to 22,201. From here to here, if I measure, sorry, I'll take it out so that you can see the price clearly. So 268 points. That is 1 day's range, 1 day ATR of Nifty. So why not? You are getting so much. You could have gone into within 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, 5 candles, 20 minutes, you are cashing in 268 points in the market. Later, what happens? It usually happens in the market, it goes sideways. Today, what happened is after the gap down, during the time cycle, see, around 10:15, it made a low. It went through sideways market till 11:40, and it came down to this level, that is 66.61, and made a double bottom, and it started moving higher. So when it started climbing above the 180 degree, it crossed the barriers of 26.6 and 26.1 and 66.1, the indicating that market is in a bullish cycle. So the trend may continue for the tomorrow. It may fill up this gap. It may run and fill up this gap. So the market can go up to 22,854. No, it can. If I measure this, if I put a 3 cycle over here, I'm getting the target of 22,530 for tomorrow. In the opening bell, I may get this. When I get this, I'll wait for the retracement and I'll see how it pans out. I'm not bothered about it. This is a simple phenomena, what you need to follow. I'm usually this is the Gann Square of 9. This is the time periods. This is the sequence, Gann sequence. The market is following on every day. On every day, 2, 6, 11, 90, 28, 40, and then 53 and 69. See here, number 2 corresponds to 9:15 a.m. Number 6 corresponds to 9:35. Between 2 and 6, let me zoom it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The market finished its cycle. Let me bring this down so that you can see that. Time cycle, it acted as resistance. So you need to mark this. You need to mark the level of 22,187, and then 11, that is 10 a.m., the market came down to the 180 degree. And the 19, that is 10:40, this is 10:40, the market again made an high. It came down to the 180 degree, 21,912, and it gave another opportunity for call option. Whoever missed it, it gave an opportunity to enter again, and it rallied up to 10:40. After 10:40, the market usually, this period, 11:25, 12:25, 53, market up to 11:45, it stayed in the range. It was a range formation in here, and it broke down, but it could not break the first 9:15 a.m. time cycle low. It took a support, double bottom it made, and this was the 26.1 percentage level, that is 30 degree, which corresponds to 60 degree, and this one corresponds to, these are the minus degrees, and it is positive 26.1 and positive 60.1. When after making a double bottom in the time cycle, every day I've observed you get a trade a little bit with a little bit variation around 130. 130 you need to carefully watch, and if you during the time cycle you can understand whether the support and resistance, these time cycle periods will act as support and resistance. So 9:15 a.m. candle, the first 5-minute candle time cycle matched with the at 12:30 and also 12:30 and 1:30, the market rallied from here. Let me take it to your call option. The call option first instance, if you would have missed, it made a low of around 1010. It made a low of 90 and rallied up to 158. You can see on your own. So this is where I took the trade. Later, because due to some my housework, I was not able to concentrate, but I knew that around 140 the market is going to rally. Actually, it rallied from, it came down to 84. You can see over there 85.6, breaking below the 90 what the made, but it was little dip in the market. It could not fall down here. It started, you can see, if you would have taken the trade around this area, they see the momentum from 80 to 240. Isn't it amazing? You could have cashed in. Why do you bother for all those things? The first 5-minute instant trade is a very, very good trade. This is a trade with logic, precision, and timing. Everything has been combined. The Gann principle is very, very good. Actually, it is a principle. It is not statistics. It is based on the time. It is based on the angles. It is based on the market structure. So those are the things which are needed for the market. Here in my next video, I'm going to combine with the, I've shown you with the Srinivas indicator, the person who made for me the indicator based on the 26.1 and 66.61, that is cycle cycle strategy, and we are using pi also into this, Keltner channel into this, and again, sometimes price will be below Keltner channels, then you will have confusion. For that, I'm going to combine with the market profile, that is called as TPO, market profile. This is market profile. I need to explain about the market profile. Until I explain about the market profile, you are not going to get this as a point. See, market profile is a different thing, different. I need to explain. That is also nothing but it's a profile of the market based on the time. Time, it is called as TPO, time, price, opportunity. At what time most of the trades will be happen. You can see around this area, around this time, that is the market. What is the 10, 11, 45, 125, the price was trading over here. This is an opportunity for here. You can see these are the value areas. Value price started moving here. You can see expansion of this value area. There was congestion in the value area, and see how the value area expanded over here, and the price expansion in the market. So you have in the Gann square of 9, I don't see any 37 or 59. This is the only cycle I am seeing, 2, 6, 11, 19. You need to follow the time, this time, that is corresponding 2 to 9:15, 6 to 9:35. You memorize it. or you mark on your chart 11 is 10, 19 is 1040. After that, you can see the price is expanding 1125 to 1225. Did you notice anything? 1 hour expansion, 1225 to 130, 1 hour, 1 hour, the one and a quarter hour expansion. You can see the time has expanded, time cycle has expanded. Here 9:15, 9:35 and 10:30 are all spaced between 20 points, 25 points and 30 points. Within this, you will get a trend formation will be there. Even within the, by following the cycle strategy, by marking the 5 minutes high and low and marking the midpoint of the range, you get to trade in the first 5 minutes. Also, you can finish off your trade within an hour. This is very, very important. And in Gann Square of 9, that's what I followed. I observed that this is the only sequence it is following in our market. Our market runs for only 6 hours and 15 minutes. Within that 6 hours, 15 minutes, the 1 hour is trendy phase, and the other 2 hours you can see over here on your in front of your, from 10 to 12, the market went through sideways and there was a little trendy move, and there after 12:30 to 1:30, 1:15, there was consolidation, usually around 1:30. In between, around 10:30 to 12:30, today is an unusual day. It came down to 12:30, it made a bottom, and the price cycle matched with the first 9:15 a.m. price. So it came down to that, it made a double bottom and it rallied. So the cycle has moved. Since the cycle has moved to the upside, you can anticipate upper move in the market tomorrow. So if I measure this cycle, this is the first cycle. If I measure this cycle, even the first target will be 22,348 and 22,603 to 22,624. You can see in tomorrow's price action. Tomorrow market may see these levels in the market. It's because price has expanded through time. So tomorrow, morning hour, you may get a trade, or if it gaps up to 22,334, you need to wait for that, wait for the pullback, and you need to trade. With the time cycle, you get to trade in the market. This is how I trade. Before I used to sit for hours and I used to see for the structure like this, see for the structure, but and I used to trade for the option. There, in that hour, I used to trade wrongly in this hour, but it was so choppy, I was not able to hold the position. These are the points you need to be in the market. This is the time cycle. This is first time cycle, and this is the second time cycle around 130, 140. So you need to observe how the market, what the market is doing in the during these time cycles, whether it is building in support or resistance. Suppose, see, since it has crossed this time cycle, 11 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. and also 9:35 time cycle, price moved higher, and it is an expansion. You can see 66.61 has been crossed. Next cycle has started, and the immediate resistance is 22,336. When the market, if it gaps up to this level, there will be some sort of correction or pullback in the market. You need to wait for that, and you will get an opportunity to trade in the market. This is how every day, you are getting the trade. Previously, I used to wait for I made a weekly template. I used to wait for the week, which day, but every day you are getting the trade. You need not worry. By this 5-minute instant trade, you are getting the trade every day. Why to bother? But you need to practice. You need to master. You should not think about anything. You should stay in the present moment. You should never go to future or never go back to past. What is happening in front of you, you should see and you should trade. If you do that, if you practice this, definitely you are going home with your hands full of money. Okay, friends, thank you very much. Nalnakshi Swami signing off. If there is any doubt, please do comment me. Again, I'll make the video. This is a very powerful strategy. Traders, you need to practice. Thank you very much. Nalnakshi Swami signing off.